Hey guys, so when you come to your site, this is what it looks like, not logged in as an administrator. You can't really do anything, obviously. You can click on links and read stuff and all that crap. However, nothing's actually working, so you can edit it. So the way we log in is we come to reddyfreddymusic.com /user on this website. We can make it so everyone can create an account and leave comments and things like that. But I figured just for now, we're going to learn how to edit some crap. So the login's admin and admin123. And once you log in, you'll see that this little bar pops up top, and that's how you know you're logged in as the administrator. That's the only time this bar up here is up there. And you can edit the password and stuff, but if you change it, just let me know. I think it's my email. That's why I couldn't, I don't know, fuck that. Yeah, it's right here. I know. Yeah, well, I tried to make an account and it didn't let me, but we'll see. Alright, so let's come to our home. Let me show you how to edit a couple things. I just wanted you to go through and change some of the content because it's not confusing, you just might think it is. So it looks like you can configure the block and edit the view here, but never edit the view. Never edit the view. Some you can configure the block, but this one's actually, if it says view, it means this is an actual page that's compiled into a view. So if you come to the page, you can click edit right here. And then you see you can change the actual product reference, which we're going to go through the reference in a second, but you can just change the title of this one. And my next video is going to go through the product, so ignore that. But let's say we want to edit this home page. We'll go to edit. And you see you can just change everything. Like I was just playing with this earlier. I fucked up a video. So let's get rid of that. So automatic, I don't know. And so now that's gone. We can save that. And there you go. So I mean, you can just come in here and edit all that and change it really easily. Newsletter, leave this alone. It'll say configure block up there. And this one you can configure as well. This one's an actual page that's set in right there. This will all make sense shortly, and if you guys sat down with me, I could make this make a lot more sense. These are just 3 images I put in, and then I applied a link to them right here. So you double click the image and say link, and if you have a YouTube up, then you can just put it there, whatever YouTube name is. Facebook, I think I already put it there. Yeah. And so you want to add another image, you just click here, click the image button, browse server. You can put one in, or you can upload from your computer's desktop. So let's add that one for a second. I'm not going to save it. So you want it to be 80. And make sure this is checked. If it's not checked, it won't proportionally scale. And we'll make it, we're going to line it to the right. Or let's do left with a horizontal space of 50. So now it's 50 pixels away from here, and it's really big. So that's that. And we'll go through some other things with images later too. I just want you to come in and edit some of the content. That way you can see, kind of get the basic understanding. This little guy, kind of confusing. This is a view that is configured into a block. That's why every time you see view and then block in the same thing, you're not going to be able to edit these images really without going into the actual content up here. And that'll make sense later on, so don't worry about it. This is a block that you can configure as well. You just come in, you can edit the different content in it, same as the other ones. And I have CSS running all this, so it won't, if you put another image in here with a link, it'd still grow like that. It's just the CSS code that I wrote. But the way you change this is you'll make a bunch of pages that have an image field, and that image field populates right here from the page. So let's come to our content and let's add one of those images. So we can sort this by type, and those are called carousel. Yeah, carousel. So those are our 3 test images that I made. So let's add another one. So add content up here. And we're gonna do carousel. Title it whatever. Testing 2. Put a body about it. And then we're gonna browse an image and put one in here. That's from a long time ago. I don't know how big that is. It has to be a certain size. It can't be greater than 2 megabytes, even though it says 500 kilobytes. Now we'll upload that. Now that page is going to populate right here. Okay? I mean, pretty fucking easy. For your band page, you can come in here and you can edit this one. You can configure this block to edit it too. But when you configure the block, sometimes it might not be full HTML. It might look like this. If it looks like that, like you don't understand, like what the fuck am I gonna do with that? Come to full HTML. Then you get all these little controls where you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. So, and it's really easy. Once you save it, it should look like that. But then say you want to edit this page. I got this one set up, you know, pretty uniquely, and I'll show you how to do these images a little bit later. All I did was, I'm just going to copy that image, Control C. So I inserted an image, browse server, and it's pat face or something. So pat face. Then with this check, don't want to unlock. If you have it unlocked and you did 50, it'll look like that. But if you lock it, then it'll do that. So then I saved it, but I left justified it, and then I horizontal spaced it like 5 or 10, I don't even know. So now it looks like that. And then I added a link to it, which was the actual, the full picture of Pat. It's kind of confusing, I know. However, it looks cool. So that's all fine. And now that link's set up. But here's what's going to happen. Don't worry, this will make sense because Kevin can do this. Those do that to the full image. This one does that. And the reason it does that is I added a little piece of code snippet in there. It's a class. So we'll come to source right here. And here's your link. Anything that says, oh, that's the end of your link. It's the closing of the A tag. Here's the opening of your A tag, href. Between that, you just want to do class equals color box. I know this is all confusing, but it'll make sense after you play with it a little bit. Just edit the fucking content, besides, so I can get rid of all this lower imp stuff because it looks stupid. So now when you click this image, it does that. Our tours, same thing. You can edit the page. You know, you just come in here and change whatever you want. I think I added that image. Yeah, I didn't even put a link on it. I didn't really care. You know, then you just come in here. These are different links that are set up. So say you want to actually type here and link it to something. You just double click it. URL, then type whatever you want to go to, or copy and paste it from wherever. Sure. But say you didn't want that to be a link, you just come over here and hit this little X button. Now the link's gone. Say you wanted this to be a link. Hit that, and there's your URL. I mean, it's all easy. You should be able to figure it out. Left justify, middle, or whatever. Yeah, so I mean, say you want to add a line. So you can see, I mean, this is not rocket science on your end. So we're just going to X out of that. Same thing for this. You know, come on here and just give this a try. You know, and if you guys have troubles, I'll help you out. Music, I'm going to need to make a whole new video on how the hell this happens. But here's your shopping cart. You know, you can view a cart. You can check out. You can add them to the cart. These are not downloadable until someone pays for these files. And I'll make you a whole video on this that goes through everything. But just because I'm an administrator, I can actually see and download the files. But once I add to cart and then I go through pay and pay PayPal, it'll pay your PayPal account however much the song costs. Then it'll give access for 1 year, 3 downloads, and 2 different computer downloads for that song. Or I can change that to however the hell I want. That sounded like a good setup. You know, you can play this. And our photos are the same concept as the carousel. I already added that one because I made this video a second ago. So let's add a photo. We just come to content. And we can see that our photos, we organize this by type. Here's all the photos that are populating that link. And here's the one I just added. So we'll edit that. So you want to remove it and you want a different picture, even though you could just add content right there. Those are bad pictures. I don't know his name. Let's add Mushu, I think was his fucking name. So we'll save it. And now when we come to this actual photo page, that should be Mushu. Yeah. Okay, so then, yeah, so say you want to add a new one of those, you just add content, and then photos. Here's what you're going to need from the add content. I'll go through these in a second. I put big links here, you know, add a song, add an album, that way you can see what's going on. I'll format all this later. You don't need this one, you don't need this one. You can add a blog. You don't need this one. Here's the carousel for the bottom images. You don't need this one. I'll get rid of these eventually. And here's the news section, which we didn't really go through. Your photos. You don't need this one. You don't need this one. The slider is the header, which I'll show you that too. And the video, don't need that one, but you need the YouTubes. Confusing as shit, I know, but I can't get rid of the fucking videos one. So shit is fucking stupid. But yeah. So then the blog's the same thing. You know, this was my little test blog. So we're gonna add content, add a blog, and then I'll do the blog. Let's go back to the home. The newsletter, I will make you a video on that. I don't know exactly how to use that completely. I just know how to put it in there. I mean, it just looks cool. But say you want to change the where the fuck's your header? Ignore what I'm doing. So that's what made it show back up. I don't know how I ever made that not where it should be. So yeah. So say you want to add a new header or slider right here. Just go to add content. Slider is what it's called. You know, you make a title, you make a body, and you add an image. And then the image, I'll just make fucking the dog. Test header. Don't worry about any of that down there. I got it all formatted. It does it on its own. Oh, so you have to watch out. I guess I'll try to set that up. I'll make a so it formats the image to this size, but maybe I automatically crop the images to this size. Probably forgot. I'll try to fix that. But if you want to get rid of that page, test header, let's delete it. And say you wanted to edit the content of those sliders, you just come to type, and you find the slider type. I know this seems confusing, but it's really not. And then you can just edit these pages directly. And say you wanted to, I think that's pretty much about everything. Oh, the news is the same concept. There's a news page that you can add that'll populate this section. So we add content, add news. You know, you type in whatever task, you know, do the page there. I'll just show you a test. Test, news. We'll add Maggie's bitch ass to this one. Fucking hated that dog. Alright, so when you add a new page like that, that's the actual page, but when you come back to the home, fuck. I gotta put some padding on the stupid header, but that's okay. I can fix that. But that's pretty much how that works. If there's any questions, just let me know. It's pretty easy. Just go through and change this content up, and then we'll start worrying about the more complex details.